Who wants to come here? The producer? You want to stay in or you want to stay back there? All right, we'll give it just a sec to come on. Good morning, good morning. Hopefully you guys can see and hear me okay. If I can get a 5x5. Got a couple people in here. Morning, CDB. Morning, Verna. Solo says morning too. There we go. It just takes it a minute to catch up. All right, you're going to have to hop down, buddy. It's pushing against me. Green something, you think. Yes, green something. So I'm just waiting for it to catch up here real quick, but can you guys see me? You hear me okay? 5x5, awesome, thank you very much. Yes, green something today. So today is Grafted Branch, Homestead. I am Matthew, and if you don't know me, you two do, so you guys rock. And today we're talking about grafted greens, or we're doing some garden talk, basically, where we're starting this year, kind of what our plan is, and all that. So today is a little bit more of just to talk to you guys and be in chat a little bit. I have my special guest here, and we're going to discuss what we're doing, what we're planting, why, and what our plans are as far as the garden goes for this year. So hopefully some of that helps you guys, or at least inspires you a little bit to get your stuff going for the year. Even though it's January, it is definitely the time to be thinking about that and getting ready for it. Hey, Mr. Landfill. Good to see you. Hopefully you guys are all doing all right, staying warm there. And also we are going to hop right into it. Probably not going to be quite at an hour today because we have a lot going on, but I'm going to move the camera over and we'll talk to our special guest here.
Oh, no.
That's right. Spicy Mom is our special guest. Let me get this camera right. There we go. Awesome. Oh, Verna's wanting to know how our date was. I told him on Verna's stream we were going to go on a date.
It was very good.
It was good. So, and you guys all know this is Spicy Mom, but for anyone that doesn't, the Spicy Mom, she's the boss. We got the producer laying down here and the boss up here. So we're talking today about our garden, what we're doing and why. And so first of all, I want to start off a little bit with our plans this year are a little bit different. Every year we've been on YouTube, I've been talking, of course, about us eventually getting land and moving and doing those things. So the builds, the garden, and all that has been geared that way. Now our cards are falling in line a little bit more, so that's becoming much more of a possibility a lot sooner. We don't know whether that's going to be next year or the beginning of the summer. So we could be up a lot. Also, we don't know if when we do move, if we're going to be entirely moving everything over there right away, have to get all our stuff out immediately, or if we're going to kind of almost have both properties for a little bit and be able to move some stuff. So we may end up with some of the garden stuff here that can still stay until we're able to move it. So we kind of have those thoughts in mind. But, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's loud. Sorry.
What's loud?
You.
I'm loud? Am I yelling at you? Am I yelling at everyone else? Are you going to start your sweet potato slips? All right, let me go grab something real quick. First, while I go grab that, why don't you show everyone, I'm going to turn on the light, but why don't you show everyone this book that we have, because I think it's really neat, and kind of some of the things that it helps with for our garden this year.
Okay, so it's a gardening tracker planner that I just ordered off of Amazon. And so far, we've been able to utilize it to, it shows, things we kind of already know for us because we've gardened before, but plants, different things to plant, the friends to plant with them, beneficial, foes, things that you shouldn't be planting together. So we have this going, and it kind of helped us write our to-do list as we sat down and decided what we wanted to plant this year and where. So that helped us, which we'll go over here in just a minute. And then it has tracking, throwing things, tasks to do. So we have our tasks here for January, what we're planting in January, which is not very many things, obviously, in January.
Some of the cold weather stuff. Now, this winter's been really light for us. It hasn't been bad at all. And some of the things that we have a lot of trouble doing are the cold weather stuff, like peas and stuff. So this year, I'm almost thinking we should get those started like February get them in, and if they die, they die. But
yeah, so this, we're going to put our planting or harvesting, which we still have kale. So we're still harvesting kale and notes, and it goes month by month. So
hey there, Andy. Yeah, so we're starting to plan, and we encourage you guys to do this too. Write things down.
It even has pests and disease logs, and then methods of, fixing those diseases and things like that. So yeah, it's very organized. We're going to try
and be a little bit more organized this year. So Verna, we haven't started sweet potato slips. My plan was to buy them. I definitely want to do sweet potatoes, but I do have this sweet potato that sprouted. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get that going.
So speaking of, for January, I believe sweet potato slips get planted at the end of this month.
Yeah, Verna's been telling us for a while we need to get on that. That's why I got to buy them.
But I have them for the end of this month, so it's still doable.
But we love sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
that is definitely has been on our list every year.
We like sweet potatoes. The kids don't really eat sweet potatoes, so that's why it's not like.
But it's been one that's been on our list every year. We just haven't had a lot of success with it. Hey there, Paul. Hey, Dad. Hey, Andy. Good to see you.
So for January, we have
water. All right, we'll do.
January, we have onions.
Okay.
Inside.
Yep.
We have the violas and pansies that I want, because I want pansies.
So definitely a lot of flowers this year too.
And there's, I think, one more, maybe two more things. Nothing there, nothing there.
Just a couple things.
Petunias. So yeah.
And you guys can see this rack behind me. I have this one out. So every year I pull these racks out. They're used for different things in the winter. But these I like to pull out and show because they work so well for the plants. To be able to roll them around, put it in front of the sunny window. I put the lights on top, and these just do a really good job for getting the sprouts started. So we're going to be getting that going. Couple other things this year. We wanted to do more fruit. We still do. Apples, things like that. Because we're going to be moving, though, we've decided not to do that. We will still have a lot of berries.
We have blackberries, and strawberries have taken over a huge part of the
really
yard.
Filled in a lot, yeah.
So blackberries, strawberries, and
hopefully our
peaches, which we need to seed start, so that we can take a peach tree with us.
So I have a bunch of those, but we do need to start those seeds. You're right. So we'll be starting some peach trees. This is a special peach tree to us, so we'll be taking the seeds from it. But all those plants are ones we already have in the garden, so they're just going to come back. So this year our berries, our fruits, our things like that are just going to be ones that come back from last year. We're not going to actively do more.
No, because the plan is, when we move this year, I'm saying when, because I'm being hopeful. When we move this year, first thing we'll do is throw in some fruit trees, bushes, things like that, because obviously we're not going to get a yield on them this year, but that will be planning for our future. Because
it's probably going to happen even sooner than I really had thought in my head. Originally, my plan was to plant the trees and get them in a greenhouse here and going, so that way we can plant them all as soon as we move. It's probably going to be more of a waste of energy to do that than just to purchase them. So we have plants that are already in the ground that we're going to let go. This year, the garden, we're going to allow all the volunteers that want to go. So anything that's going to be a volunteer plant, I'm assuming we'll have tomatoes all over and calendula all over and all those. But mint
everywhere.
We're going to let them do their thing.
Well, the other thing is, when we move, I'm going to keep saying it. When we move, we're not like rushed out of this property or this house. So, whatever's here, we'll still be able to take advantage of.
Right. So we're not.
If anything, a family member may be here, but we're not going to be leaving this house necessarily.
So originally, I was moving towards having everything portable, because I was thinking as soon as we do move it, we're just going to have to take everything and go right away, which would be a large task. Probably not going to have to do quite as much of that this year. So it's going to allow us to go ahead and plan the garden as if we're going to be here. We still want to have things planted, and because you never know, it's not in our hands. So
if we go, we can start there, but still finish this harvest.
Yes. So with all that said, we're approaching our garden a little differently this year, or than most people probably would.
Part of that too is not doing a huge variety of things.
We're not
trying anything new this year.
Kind of. Now, what's that one that we were doing that Like, we still have one that's alive. We want to try and plant that green thing.
Oh, is it coyote?
Coyote.
Maybe.
So we have a couple things like that. And what we're going to do this year is we're going to
volunteer themselves.
We're going to utilize the greenhouse and around it for my experimental plants. And those will basically just be ones we have one of, or something like that. So we will have a lot of things like that in there. But a couple of the plants we are going to do this year, definitely, we plan on, and we'll be starting inside here. You guys will get to see. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice.
Because you're yelling.
Yeah, well, I sleep with my mouth open so it dries out. Volunteers they are the best. Okay, so tomatoes. Huge staple. Everyone's got their tomatoes, and we love them. This year, we looked at what we had harvested last year and what we actually used. And so we went ahead and adjusted and put some numbers of the plants we want. We tended to, before, we'd plant half a tray of one kind of tomatoes, and some of them would die. We'd weed through them, and then we'd just take everything we had and kind of put them out wherever, which is great if you have the room.
Well, and in previous years, we kept saying we don't have enough tomatoes. We didn't have enough tomatoes to preserve, which was part of this homesteading journey is learning how to preserve, make things last through the winter. And so we weren't doing that as much. And so this year our goal was to make sure that we had enough to preserve, and we had enough product to preserve, but not enough time to preserve. However, we did get our new pressure canner. So
we have a plan. We did talk about a plan.
That should go more efficiently this year.
Every year's a little bit better.
Yes.
Yes. And the things that don't get picked and stuff, they end up compost or on the ground or making soil. So with tomatoes, this year we definitely want to do cherry tomatoes. We love them. So our plan is to get 4 cherry tomato plants in the ground. With that, we're going to put either 1 or 2 bumblebee or grape tomatoes.
Yes.
Because we like those as well. The majority of our tomatoes, other than that, is going to be Roma, because they're good for canning and preserving. So we plan on doing 4 Romas, and then we're going to do a couple beefsteaks, just 1 or 2, because we don't use a whole lot.
Yeah. Well, our problem with a lot of the bigger ones is that, it's very hot here and it rains, and then they end up splitting and getting, they're just not the quality that you would want in a big beefsteak because of our temperatures and things like that. So
we did successfully do them this year, but they were a little bit more work. And so
they still split.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So some of those, so the variety I chose to do was Abe Lincoln and the Genovese ones, I believe.
Which I like.
They're good, but those ones tend to be, they have all the curls and folds and all. And
but those were really good for salsa.
Yeah.
Those were really good for salsa because I like, some juices in there. So
we got Cassie here. Hello, Cassie. Well, we'll still be on YouTube. You guys will get to follow us. Yeah. We'll just go on to some land.
Yeah, Matt will just be live every day instead to be like, hey, come check out this property, a piece of my property.
Oh, what's 6 weeks old?
What did we miss?
Oh, no, you lost some of your young quail.
Oh, no.
A little too cold. Yeah, I've had that happen. EOS. I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, he meant yes, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's sad, Andy. I'm sorry about that. We've had that happen, though. I've had lots of things happen to those quail. The quail like to not be here anymore. Sometimes.
I don't know, but some of them are pretty sturdy.
That's true. Okay. So with tomatoes, we are focusing a lot on companion planting this year. We're also not going to be spreading out. So in the past, our goal, I do want to mention, was we had the same plant in multiple areas in case one died or didn't do good in one area, it would do better in another. This year, we're not doing as much of that. We don't have as much space where we're at. And before, we've been kind of really just trying to maximize that. So we were doing that. We were also doing bigger plants like cabbages and the brassicas, which do take a lot of room.
We didn't last year.
We didn't last year, but the year before. Those take a lot of room. And so we're not doing those again this year just because of their difficulty level and what we're going to be dealing with throughout the spring.
Not until we get more space.
Right. Also the space. With compacting everything together, it's good, but you also invite more insects, disease, things like that. You do have to battle that more when you have everything real compact like that. And the brassicas really tend to lean to bringing in aphids and things. So we're just going to not do those this year. The extreme change for the birds, yep. Yeah, what I was doing, I haven't done it. We haven't done our quail in a little bit. That's another thing we do want to get going. We haven't even discussed really what the plan is with that, with our time change. You know?
I told you to incubate.
Just go with it. All right.
Incubate and start going. We have the cage space right now, I believe, right, for a few different ones.
Oh yeah, we can do it.
And we just need to get them done. We have the space inside right now to do them.
I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with the animals this year, because if we were going to be hatching more out or waiting. But
why wait? By the time we move, it'll be warm. They can just go right out. I mean, they'll be outside anyway, but they can just be outside. Or.
But when we do, what made me think of that is when I do the quails in here to acclimate them, what I like to do is I start opening the windows, getting close to that time at night, so they're still inside. It depends on where you have them, I guess, but for us it works. And so I bring this room down to the temperature. We also we haven't done it in a little bit here, but my goal is to do them in spring and kind of follow the more natural time frame. So we're not doing them in winter. But all right, so moving on, otherwise we're gonna have a real long stream.
I can't read your screen, by the way.
Oh, well, let me know if you. Yeah, it's kind of hard. This computer's kind of... Okay, so with the tomatoes, we're going to be doing the companion plants. So they're going to get basil, spinach, and parsley. Probably not romaine over there, but and the leafless, but those are good ones to go with it. So we'll be putting the basil along all the tomatoes. That's a great one. It helps keep pests away. Really good. And
we go through basil
a lot, yeah. So we'll also be doing some spinach and parsley a little bit over there too. And then we want to plant some flowers along each bed this time. Before we started implementing flowers more and more every year, but this year the head of each raised bed I think is going to have some flowers. So marigolds are great ones to do with tomatoes. So we're going to put some marigolds there, and then the calendula is kind of all throughout it anyways, and that's in the same family. So
for years he couldn't grow calendula, and now it's just seed starts itself. So that works.
Oh yeah, so Verna's saying we need to start incubating in February. All right, Verna, we got it.
Here's a pen, hun.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Andy's saying hers have been outside.
Write it down. Incubate. See?
Well, February. So our goal is February, because it's only a couple of weeks away. That's really when we're going to start all our seed starts that need to be started then, and then start incubating. And
incubating seed starting is the same thing.
The little seeds, little bird seeds. All right. Yep. Awesome.
Give me my pen.
Okay. So we got our tomatoes. Next, one of the big staples that we love and we're going to be going with is our peppers. We flavor everything with them, and then like bell peppers we like to eat. We really
snack on them.
We like peppers. But I'm not going to do some of the ones we've done before. So this year we're going to do lots of cayenne. We use cayenne for everything, even not eating. We got some earrings or chili ristra. I don't know if you can see that. But anyways. Love cayennes. They're also great to eat. They're good for the birds. There's so many uses. They're superfoods. Lots of cayenne. We're going to be doing lots of jalapeno.
Yes,
because you love jalapenos.
Well, I love jalapenos.
I love them too.
But we like salsa, and I like to make a quick salsa, quick pico. What else do I throw jalapenos in? Like
we can make them for chipotles, which I've used. I don't think you've used the chipotle ones yet.
No, I haven't used them. But you can use them for a variety of things. You can dry them.
This year I want to pickle them. So I wanted to do that last year, and we didn't end up doing that.
Because we didn't have enough jalapenos last year.
We ate through them. So more jalapenos.
We did enough of your cayenne.
And this year we are going to do a lot of plants, both in the ground in beds, but we're also going to drastically increase how much goes in pots, in big pots.
So that we can take them with us.
So they can come with us. So there will be a lot of jalapenos and things like that in pots, as well as the beds. That's the plan. Lots of bell peppers. We love bell peppers. And last year we didn't have enough of those either. I think we did like 6 plants last year, but 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
And still didn't have enough. The ones we did have were really nice, though. Hey, creative, good to see you.
I was surprised. In previous years, we've kind of struggled with them. I don't know if it was the soil or
we got real thin. They got real thin walls.
And they would kind of rot, you know, like almost like, to me, it was like blossom end rot, like you get on tomatoes on the peppers.
But last year they did really well.
Last year they did great, and we even had the patience of not picking them when they were green and letting them turn red so they would sweeten up, which is very hard to do if you've ever grown peppers. To let them ripen is like, because they just look so beautiful and you want to pick them.
And I want to mention, because CR dropped in here. Yes, CR, we're doing lots of sunflowers this year, and our goal is to eat them. We want to cook them up. Last year we didn't utilize as much as we should have.
No, they were mostly bringing in pollinators for us.
Yeah, and breaking up the ground and doing all those things.
Yeah.
So, and then the chickens really enjoyed the seeds. We didn't save them this year. So our plan though is to have lots of sunflowers. We do love them.
Flowers.
Salt. Oh, okay. So I've heard this before. And Andy's saying she uses Epsom salt when she sees the blossom end rot.
I've told him that before.
Well, maybe that's where I heard it.
For me, yeah.
So how do you do it, Andy? Do you just put a little Epsom salt in water, or do you spray it on? Because I was doing a couple things last year to try and get the blossom end rot gone, and there was both a foliage spray that you spray right on them, and then one that you water with. So I'm curious how you do it. Okay, cool. But so we're doing peppers. I like the daddle peppers, but those ones really take off. We get a whole lot of those, almost too many. So we're just going to do one daddle, unless the other one that's there still comes back to life.
Yeah. There was like 4 in that little.
Yeah, they really bush out. Serranos. So that's one we started with last year, but I think we only ended up with one plant that didn't really even do well. So we want to do a bunch of serranos this year. We'll have a bunch of those around. They're great in dishes. What was the other name for serrano? There was a different pepper that.
So it is for a lot of these is that we've discovered once they are over-ripened
such as chipotle or jalapenos
and smoked, they become a different thing. What is it?
Okay, you'll look for that. Well, I'll go through this a little bit. Another one we're going to do, we had 2 of these plants last year that we bought at the farmer's market on live, but didn't do so well. And I don't know why we don't do it. We're in New Mexico, and we eat so much of it. Is we're going to do a lot of green chili. So this year we're going to plant a whole bed with green chili plants, and hopefully we can get a lot of real nice green chilies, and we'll roast those up for you guys on stream and do that. So I think that'll be fun. So those are the peppers and poblanos. It doesn't say, huh? We have learned, though, that some recipes call for a pepper, like a chipotle, and all that is a different form of
smoked and dried.
Right.
Yeah.
So like the jalapeno smoked and dried and all that. So we're going to do that. Lots of peppers. This year, another big staple is our beans, of course. Now, I do want to mention here, we've been running our tomatoes in the same beds for 2 years now, maybe 3.
Yeah.
And so that's sucked a lot of those nutrients out. I've been supplementing those in, but we're going to go ahead and rotate our beds a little bit. So tomatoes are going to move a little bit, and where the tomatoes are, beans are going to go in. Yes. In one of those beds at least.
Green beans. No.
Bush beans.
Bush beans. Yeah, green beans.
Yep, green beans. So we're going to do a lot of beans so they can help put nitrogen back in that soil. Even if we don't plan on being here, I want to leave the place as good as we can, right?
Better than we
build the soil up still. And so my goal is hopefully, even if it's not our family or whatnot, whoever's here, or if it is, but my goal is that whoever's here hopefully will be encouraged by there being a little bit of structure and garden out there and some soil and things to give them a hand up so that way they can hopefully start off a little bit ahead. That's the goal. What is this?
Okay, so jalapenos turn to chipotles, poblanos turn to anchos, chilacas turn to pasilla, Anaheim's turn to Colorados.
That's interesting. Anaheim's turn to Colorado. Okay.
Mirasol turns to, I don't know how to say that. Serrano turns to chili seco, which are the ones that people are always using when you like make a red sauce.
The chili
seco. You take the dried peppers and so
let me see your pen real quick. So Andy's telling me there's a product called CalMag that's pretty much just Epsom salt already mixed, but I'll look it up anyways. Should rotate beds yearly. Yeah, I know, Verna. Yes. So Verna makes a good point. You're supposed to do crop rotation and all yearly. And that she also had mentioned that helps to keep down pests too, not just amending the soil and whatnot. Verna, you are absolutely right. And this is actually something you had said too, I think 2 years ago. And it can be really easy just to keep doing what you're doing, especially if it worked the year before. And so that's kind of where I had got caught. Also, we don't have a ton of room. So I've been building the infrastructure as we've been going. So things have been going kind of where I have the space.
Yeah.
So
where we have like a trellis already set up for certain things, or where we have a certain bed that is just made for.
Great lesson to learn here on the small scale that we've learned that now when we do get land, we can implement things that sound simple, that are written down in books and other people have been doing forever. But I tend to be more of a hands-on person. I like to learn myself.
He likes to learn the hard way, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's okay. And so definitely when we're on land, I want to, when we very first set out to design basically how the land's going to be, where the garden's going to be, where the boxes are going to be, I do want to plan it so that things can move every year down a little bit. And so that way we do have that. But this year we will be doing that.
Also, depending on, I mean, obviously the size of land we have. There are specific cover crops, you know, and different plants and winter plants that rejuvenate the soil. So in its off season, we don't really do that here as much. Do cover crops and
so I haven't thought about soil rejuvenation. This year we started with that a little bit more, mostly just in chop and drop and leaving the plants that are there to cover.
And you know, some of the other people that I follow, for example, you know, once you're done with that season for that plant in that area, you provide a counter crop. Right? Are you listening?
Yes. So there, CR. Okay. So here, I got to read this real quick. CR says, Verna, send them a post-dated memo for 2027, because she said she tells me every year to do that. And then Verna here says, what'd she say, JFTCR? Okay, you guys are funny.
But usually you can, once like one plant is done, you can provide a counter crop for the winter season that will rejuvenate it.
So this year it was just a lot of leaves I left that were blown in, a mixture of straw, and then the plants that were already there. So one of the big reasons we do want to cover the soil here too, especially in New Mexico, is we are so arid and windy, especially through the winter. We just really don't get moisture at all. We don't get snow or rain or stuff really. And so the soil dries out and all that moisture comes to the top and the wind blows it away, and that takes all the nutrients and everything with it. So by planting those, and as with anywhere, planting those cover crops, it helps to keep all that there instead of blowing away. Strawberries didn't die off this year. They took off and kind of did cover crop themselves. Okay. So beans, we're going to be planting a lot of bush beans there. Pole beans are going to go over the strawberries to provide some shade. So we still want to be thinking about how we can use one plant to help another, companion planting. But also in like beans, loofah, snake gourds are great at providing shade, any of those vertical ones. So good to plant around plants that need shade. Last year we missed the loofah and snake gourds for the most part. And that is because they take a very long time to get going and to get up size.
Well, the snake gourds don't.
Snake gourds don't, that's true. But
the loofahs do.
So
any
you guys start your
of the other gourds, pumpkins, honey nut, butternut, all those take. Watermelon. We don't have that long of a growing season for a lot of those.
So we do need to get things in early. So this year we need to be a little bit more organized with it. Yes. All right. So we're going to do a lot of beans.
Which is why we have.
Yes. With the beans, some of those companion plants are going to be the nasturtiums, rosemary, and radish. So that's what will be planted around the beans.
Which the kids discovered they liked radish last week for the first time. I mean, I've given them radishes before, and they've never,
taste change.
You know, I think before it was spicy for Casey, if you know what I'm talking about, radishes. And Casey wanted chipotle bowls here at home, or he wanted chipotle, and I said I can make that at home. And so I did. And I happened to have some radishes, threw them in there into our chipotle bowls, and they loved the crunch with the, you know, the Tex-Mex bowl. So
Yeah. So we got our tomatoes. We got all
More of
those
those.
companion plants. We got our peppers. They're companion plants. We got our beans.
Nasturtiums bring in pollinators, but they are edible.
They're good to eat.
So throw them in some salads, throw them in, you know, whatever.
Oh, Vern's saying your taste buds change every 7 years. I know they change quite a bit, but that makes sense. Yeah, so we want to eat a lot more nasturtiums. This is a quick side note, then I'll take here a little bit. So I'm not a big salad person. I do eat them. I eat them more than you know, because at work and things. I make myself. But I'm not a huge salad person. It's just a lot of people are that way. They're very good for you. So this year, my goal is also to find things that I can do to eat that aren't necessarily a salad. I can put in other things, like the nasturtiums and stuff like that. I do want to do a lot more microgreens this year.
You do like your microgreens.
So microgreens, I love. I can eat those like a salad. I can also put them in
On
a
a
taco or a
sandwich,
burrito or
yeah.
in a sandwich or something like that. They taste just fine. And they are packed with a ton of nutrients. And I'm going to get a lot of my greens in there too. So this year I am going to go a lot more heavy on microgreens myself.
Which we could be doing right now.
We could be doing those year round.
We should throw some in.
Well, we're going to get some going in about 2 weeks here, actually. Okay. So yeah, we got that coming.
Here, you should write microgreens somewhere on there.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Berta. She knew I didn't know what that meant. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be doing microgreens in addition to our lettuce. This year, we're cutting down the lettuce. Our kale survived and did great.
You're cutting down the lettuce?
Well, our varieties, I guess.
Oh, well.
A little bit. Last year, we had quite a few more. Arugulas and butter ones. And
well, so I've tried some different spinach. I often have like 3 varieties of spinach and arugula.
Spinach I do like.
And I do want to do the red spinach again. The red spinach I really like, and it holds its flavor and is much heartier than the green spinach.
Yeah.
So the green spinach bolts.
Is good. I do like
green spinach bolts right away.
In the heat.
In the heat here. The red spinach, it will kind of bolt. It gets really tall, almost like a tree. And I'm sure you've seen it in our videos. It turns into like this stalk.
Yeah.
But it does not get bitter at all.
It stays good.
It stays sweet.
Some of the things to combat that when we move those, I do want to do a majority of our garden the traditional way, and then a large part of it is going to be a geothermal, which just means it's dug down about 3 feet and the greenhouse top sits on top. That keeps it regulated, temperature regulated lower, so they're not going to bolt quite as fast.
Yeah, Verna, the Malabar, it bolts here though.
I love it, but it does bolt very quickly.
Very quickly.
I've done Malabar pretty much every year. I do like it.
It doesn't.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
But we've tried it.
Who knows? It could have been
I
there,
could
right?
be wrong.
Let's put it in again this year.
Okay.
We'll do it. Lalapini Greenhouse. Hello, user IC2U G8YS1Z. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what they're called, I guess is what he's saying.
Oh.
When they're in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A good example of this is I like to follow just I guess a shout out. But I like to follow John at Frugal Off Grid because he's in a very similar environment. He's over in Arizona, and his garden, he's done a lot of it like that. And he actually has some aquaponics tanks and gardens that are down in there, which I thought was a great idea. It's one of the big problems with aquaponics is they do freeze here. Mm-hmm. And it cracks pipes and things like that because they're all exposed. So
Verna's saying that they do bolt, but the fruit is edible, which is the same for the strawberry spinach I did last year.
The radish.
The strawberry spinach it bolts and it makes little tiny red berries, which are edible as well. So that's why we did that last year. The problem is we had like 5 varieties of spinach, and Matt and the kids aren't huge. You guys didn't eat a lot of those spinaches, so we'll just stick to the ones that I know I can get you guys to eat.
Yeah, a little bit. Another thing I found that when it bolts, though, that we actually like pods. Even more, or I do, is the radish pods. I think when they're green, that's even better than the radish.
Yeah, and so radishes, I feel like you can cook them, but they're better fresh or lightly maybe. But the radish pods, I threw them in stir fries,
really
soups.
Good. I like
They're
to eat them just out there.
that they stay crunchy when you cook them. And so I don't know. That was
good one. So we got to let those go. Okay, cool. So let's see here. So we got our lettuces and all our staples. Another one we did, I think we missed last year, didn't we? But we loved was okra.
Yeah, so we did not get okra in last year at all. And
I don't know why.
Well, because I suggested it, and then it was kind of like, well,
Yes, they are, Andy.
you know, we started it kind of late. We didn't have any of the seeds. And we're like, how badly do we really need it? We're like, oh, maybe we'll go. Maybe we won't miss it. I missed it.
Yeah.
The kids missed it. Casey came in a few times and was like, do we have any okra? I just didn't. I was like, okay, It is worth it. So okra is another one, though, that you have to catch it.
I'm making you hungry there, Creative.
Okra will get woody. And it will overripen okra. It will get woody quick, and so you have you go out there one day and you have to catch it. And with me working, both of us working full time, the kids, sports, it can be hard to come home and wow, that whole thing is gone, or overripened or things like that. So you just got to pay attention to it, but it's still worth
having. And one thing I've gotten, so when we first started gardening and kind of doing the homesteading type thing, it was trying harvest and gather everything. We didn't want anything to go to waste. And slowly throughout the years, we learned if it doesn't get harvested, it's not going to waste. It's going to create soil, or a bird's going to eat it, or a squirrel, or the compost, or chicken, or something. So
something to remember, though, is when you do have certain things like that over-ripening, you do want to cut the plant, like cucumbers. You want to cut them right away. So that it doesn't suck the energy from the plant, and you can
purple okra, yes, Andy.
So we did do purple okra, and to me it over-ripened pretty quickly.
I think it was where it was planted, though.
But the kids weren't. I don't know if it was just because it was purple, even though I've done purple and red things before.
They didn't really want to eat it.
They didn't want to eat it, and I don't know.
I liked it.
It was a few years ago, though. So
I think we're just
they changed. But again, this year, I think part of what we need to do is we're just going to stick with what we know.
Well, we're also going to be using our own seeds. So the seeds that we have saved from 2 years ago were our ones we saved for years, and they're green ones. So we're going to be using up some of our seeds. I did want to mention real quick, though, before we hop into cucumbers.
You're going to dump that water all over your computer.
You have made purple rice before. Okay. I think for you and me, that's fine. But the kids get kind of weird with the colors. Well, you do too. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Not with natural colors. So I don't like dyes, and I don't like dyed food. Good. And it certain candies and stuff freak me out because they're dyed and not natural. Yeah. And I don't mind the natural.
And purple's
dyes.
Natural. Okay.
Well, for these plants.
I do want to mention, too, just because CDB was saying about Brussels sprouts. We did talk about Brussels sprouts. Those are another one of the ones, though. So Brussels sprouts grow in a large stalk, and you'll get maybe a dozen or more Brussels sprouts on them. And so that's another one of the plants, kind of like cabbages, that you need more space. You really do, or a larger bed of them. So when we were doing Brussels sprouts before, we did struggle the same way we did with the brassicas. But the main issue was, even with letting them successfully go, we were only going to get a dozen, maybe 2 dozen.
Our weather here is not made for brassicas in general.
I don't. You can, but it's difficult.
Yeah, and so we would just need to plan it more, cover them.
I think if we were home and this was our full-time job, that definitely. But
so maybe next year. Make note of it for next year. If Matt can become Farmer Matt by next year, then maybe we can do brassicas.
Yeah. So not this year, but we do love Brussels sprouts. What we are going to do, and actually I need your pen because we didn't put this on here. Please. Okay. Thanks. Which is kind of like Brussels sprouts or done, I guess, a little bit, is bok choy. That's one we need to do.
So I didn't put it on there because because I did it. We had some last year.
I like it on the grill.
And nobody ate it.
I know, they did go. But we're going to do it again.
Okay. I thought we were limiting. See, now we should add more and more, y'all.
Another big staple before we run through things here, though, is cucumbers. So this is one we do struggle with. Some years they do really great. Some they don't.
Did great last year.
Some areas do better. But we are going to do cucumbers. So along with that, those are going to go along the fence mostly. So we'll be growing those up along. So their companion plants is kind of be the whole garden.
Yeah. We love cucumbers. Everybody here eats cucumbers.
Purple rice is purple enemy.
So We do cucumbers, like just fresh. We'll eat them. We'll eat cucumbers in stir fries. If you haven't put cucumbers in stir fries, you're missing out. Yes, you have, because I fed them to you. And then pickles, obviously. Yeah. Pickles are so.
So cucumbers, those will be around. A couple plants we're going to do that I'm just going to run through quickly because they're not, I guess, we'll do our potatoes like always. So we'll do those in a couple beds. We want to try and do more potatoes this year. So we'll increase that. Carrots, we're going to shrink down the areas that we do them, but probably more in like containers, right? So the carrots we're just going to harvest as we go.
So we're going to put carrots and beets as companion plants to,
so they might be throughout everywhere.
To, what was it? Those like, what were we doing? I don't see
pink rice.
Where did you have? Because remember, I was putting the beets and carrots in the back, but I don't remember what you were having.
So that we'll come back to that. We'll discuss that.
You were having something.
The cucumbers. Anyways, so we're also going to be doing loofahs, the snake gourds, peas. That's one we want to do, and that gets started right away because it gets hot way too quick for peas. But we like them. It's one we do really want to try. So those we're going to get started pretty quickly. I've tried doing them indoors and outdoors. I think they do better
in the greenhouse.
I think they do better direct sow. They really do.
Okay. So
I'm going to put those in with probably about Valentine's Day.
I know, but what if we do like a box of them in the greenhouse?
We can do both. Yeah, we might as well. I'm also going to be doing peas in the microgreens, actually. They're really good too. So we're going to have peas, and we got to get on those early. Peas are ones that can kind of go anywhere almost, though, because they'll die off and go before the other plants make it into the ground.
The other thing is peas. So we've never had enough peas, though, that we can actually even make a meal out of them.
Just kind of snack on them.
The other thing is a little farmer Casey goes out, and Farmer Matt too, and sees the peas, and they're like, "Oh, these look good." And I mean, open them, plop them in their mouth.
Ooh, a green soup. I have not, but I've seen it. It does look good. And there's red rice as well. Desiree's giving us the rice rundown. I knew there was red. I don't know. CDB only learned recipe called green soup. You tried pickling microgreens. How did that turn out? CR? Yeah, we haven't had huge luck with the Brussels sprouts. So that would be one to do more research on. And
they just need to be netted and covered, and they didn't.
Yeah. So also this year with doing infrastructure, so some of the beds I'm going to be rebuilding, and they're going to be built to be so they can be moved, taken with us. And with some of that, I'm going to build the back on it so that they can have covers that can be easily pulled down. I have all the plastic and everything already. I just need to
Is this written down anywhere?
Yes. So that's the plan, is to do that. I want to cover them better this year. All right. So then sunflowers we talked about kind of everywhere, the mints and zucchinis. So zucchini is a kind of a staple we're going to do. Mm-hmm. We haven't had issue with that really, where the new area we have it in. Mint kind of grows by itself and goes wild. Now, of course, I have my lemongrass, our sage, our rosemary, our thyme. There's a lot of plants I'm not really talking about now that we'll have.
We do all the
also
time.
Our winter ones. The garlic is going great out there. We'll have a lot of that. That's ready to be pulled in about May. And then depending on where we're at, if we're still here, corn will go in a little bit after that. So a couple beds like that. We have winter things going already. And then my herbs for teas and things. Mm-hmm. What else do we have?
You said
asparagus.
Zucchini,
we already have.
Also cricket neck squash.
Cricket neck squash we're going to put in. Let me
Gotta make calabasitas.
Couple things. So just some other kind of random notes, I guess. But a couple things we want to do, but we're not doing this year. Also because of how much space we need, is we really want to do pinto beans.
So we did do pinto beans this last year.
Right.
And we got a whole jar almost full, which is maybe it's not even quite a serving for the family.
Rhubarb.
We're not going to do rhubarb.
Sometime I want to do rhubarb.
What are you going to do with it?
I like it. It tastes good. But anyways, so pinto beans we want to do.
What do you do with it?
You put it in pies.
You're going to make a rhubarb pie.
Possibly. We'll see. Also, black beans is another one we want to do, but you need a lot more space.
So dried beans and chickpeas, which aren't on there, but chickpeas are on the list. But those are things that we need the space and the time for. And pinto beans, while we had a harvest of them, we've learned how to do them. It wasn't a large enough harvest. We need like a filled for it, you know. So all those dry beans.
It looks like a lot of people are doing the colors. The purple green beans I've seen too. Those are neat. Some of the snake beans and things. And
yeah, or like the long ones.
So again, I think some of that's with the variety. So we were originally, you know, last year, the year before, really shooting for variety and trying to find some neat different plants and colors and things.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. So I think part of that is us waiting, kind of almost cutting back this year. So we're just going to do the basics.
To the staples,
really. Yeah.
the staples, because next year, if we have the space,
we should have a lot more space.
We can try the things we know are going to work, and then another bed of things that are new, and then, you know, maybe they'll become staples, but we don't want to risk no risks this year. We're
going to be focusing on other things, so not as much of the experimenting and stuff. We're going to stick with the plants we know a little bit better, but we do want to do all those colors, all the cool things and stuff,
because I like them all too.
Probably next year. Oh, you lose the purple when you cook them. I didn't know that. Yeah, I do like rhubarb. It reminds me of my grandparents, but we'll see if we can get that going.
I've never had rhubarb.
So that's, well, we have to do it. That's most of our plans. I mean, of course, there's others we didn't mention, and there'll be, you know, volunteers and things that happen.
We want to do our snake gourds. I want my snake gourds back this year.
Yep.
I miss seeing them all around the house. I'm trying to find places for them because they're huge. But having those snake gourds really always made me feel accomplished every year, because some of them were as big as Farmer Casey. Yeah, and they grow prolific. They really don't take a lot of care, water at all. We never had insect problems other than some bites on, you know, the skin a little bit, but those heal. I wouldn't consider it a problem. So they're real good with the insects. I kept finding uses for them. You know, whether it be stir fries, soups. Great plant to have. Chickpeas, though, we did briefly just mention, but that is definitely one I want to do more next year. They're pretty easy to take care of, and they do need space, but they're really good at protein source. Yeah. So. And then eventually we'll get Matt his goji berries and other goji berries and all those, like, variety. I'm not, if my avocado tree comes back this year, cool. It might be dead. I don't know. We tried. The ginger died. Yeah. So I'm not going to be pouring a ton of focus into getting those things going. If they die, they die. Most of the focus is going to be making things portable and getting our cards all in line. I think getting the birds too, getting our incubator going, so that when we do go to move, less is more this year. Less is more. Yeah, the big gain is going to be our older son's going to be graduating high school this year, so that's a large thing going on, and then of course stuff with Casey and all that. Our biggest goal this year is just getting that house, that land, and moving forward to get in the right place to do all these things that we want to do, and just. But it doesn't mean we don't do the things and plan as if we're still going to be here. So yeah. So hopefully you guys all know some of our plan now, and hopefully it encourages you guys to at least start thinking about your gardens and seeds and stuff, even though it's cold. Coming up with a little bit of plan of what you want to plant and how. We do need to go through the seeds that we have. We have tubs that we get out and go through the seeds that we have on hand. Yep. The seeds you got for Christmas. So I do still we want to go through a lot of our older seeds and things. A lot of those are the staples. Try and get those to and then order the plant ones we need. And then kind of restock up for future, for ones we'll have next year and all. Yeah. So that's the plan. That's what we got going on. Yeah. You want spotted deer, not goats. Oh, man. CR says it's 14 degrees there. Jeez. You want a spotted deer or what? 14 degrees. I'm cold right now, and there's a heater on me. Yeah. Like, we don't do good in the cold. And it's going to be slightly colder where we move. I know it is, which will actually probably be good for probably more moisture there, too. It depends where we land. So we might have more seasons where we're going. Yeah, we're not sure exactly. We'll have to see. Weather in Franklin, conditions are partly cloudy with temperature of 22. Oh yeah. Wind blowing 9 miles an hour and about 52% humidity. No, thank you. Kind of Pharaoh. The little deer. No, wait. Is that what that is?
You're thinking of the grain or whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the grain.
I think she's talking about the deer.
Oh, we should plant that grain, the farro.
Farah?
I like farro. I think I'm the only one in the house who really likes it, though.
Weather for West Plains, partly cloudy, temperature of 25. Man, it is colder everywhere.
Next year, you can even do wheat, hon, if we have land.
Well, we've done wheat before here, and actually ended up with a fairly good
But I'm like, this
harvest.
would be a...
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely do wheat. So the garlic, the wheat, and the corn are in a certain rotation.
Oh, you didn't talk about the side garden. Yeah, so we'll plant corn, and then we'll throw in some pumpkins.
And we'll have the pumpkins, the gourds. There's a lot of plants I didn't mention that we'll have.
We'll have our pots of mints and herbs and for pickling and dill. And I went out there because I hadn't been out in the garden in a while. So Matt and I did a walkthrough of the garden yesterday, and my kale is doing amazing.
It's like 30 degrees here, and it is still too cold for us.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna harvest some of that kale today because we tasted it while we were out there yesterday. It was so sweet. Yeah, it was so good. There's still parsley out there.
Can I barter snow for you? Yes.
There's still parsley out there and kale. So, and there might be some chives.
We never really had that deep freeze. I mean, we still could get a good one, but the plants that normally die off, a lot of them lived, are still doing good.
For now that you jinxed us.
Yeah, in the cold. We could use the snow for the moisture, but yeah.
I'm cold right now.
Yeah. Well, we're approaching our hour too. We have a few minutes here, so we'll just chat for a few more before we hop off and get things going.
Am I done?
You are. You want to go? I can. Oh, well, everyone can say goodbye to Spicy Mom, and I'll retire over here to my chair for some comments.
I'm going to take this.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. And
I'll send you my bill.
The plan. Yeah, we'll get
for my guest appearance.
Well, the producer's around here somewhere, and I don't know if he has a checkbook. So
where did he go?
He ran off.
He was right there.
Yeah.
The door hasn't been opened.
Be thankful for that which you still have. Very thankful for what we have.
Yeah, we're really.
Yeah, so I talk about what we want and stuff, or not liking the cold, or I guess complaints quite a bit. I don't mention as much as I should how thankful we are, and that is true. We are very aware of that we're very blessed, and we are extremely happy with just where we're at too and stuff.
And we've gotten lucky.
Do want to progress, but yeah. And even with the weather and all, New Mexico is extremely mild in weather. It really is.
This is all I've ever.
It's not. We don't really have disasters and things. We get really lucky. We're kind of in a little nest here. You bought something you watched for 2 years with your B-Day money. Oh, cool. You've been looking at it for 2 years and you finally got it. Oh, hey, cool. What'd you get there? Oh, I'll let you go if you want. Thank you very much. Everyone was saying thank you. And so we got to get you on for a painting or something still. All right. I'm going to move the camera.
Tell them about our date.
They asked how the date was. Oh, no, not we'll do that. Yeah.
We're going to paint again.
Let me find. Oh, there it is. And let's move the camera for a couple minutes here. Thank you, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
Still over there?
No, he left. I don't know where he got out, I guess, when I went out. You enjoyed spending the time with Spice. Me too. She doesn't hop on as much, but I do like it when she does. She brings some beauty to the channel, so you don't have to just look at me all the time. Come here. There's the producer. He'll pay the bill, so I don't know. All right, let's see. We want to know what it is, Anime. Yep. Oh, that's cool. Character design that you now own the rights to. Very cool. Very cool. It's neat when you've been thinking about something for a while and saving for it or planning or, wanting it for a while, and that finally happens. It's a cool feeling. A fluffy blue dragon. That's cool. I know I don't play a lot of video games. I like to. There's a couple I like. I play Fallout and a couple others, but my sons definitely do, and Casey does, and he has his characters that he really loves. I know he pays for things sometimes there, but yeah. There we go. You're fixing to drive to work. If you don't get back before you hop off, oh, then you'll, oh, well, if you're still here, Andy, thank you for coming. We're going to hop off in like 3 or 4 minutes. It would be better if it was a purple dragon. We're on that purple today, aren't we? That's funny. I like the blue purple that's, you know, it's you can't really tell if it's blue or purple, like kind of like the Christmas lights. I think it's kind of cobalt. I think that color looks cool. That's one of my favorite colors. I think that the quail painting we did on Matt Ross is almost dry enough now for me to varnish, to seal, and then we'll be putting that up on the website. This year, I guess I'll mention a little bit, my little plugs. As far as what I have planned for our website, we are going to be doing some teas and things, but this year I want to go heavier. I was thinking about it. I was sitting down thinking what I like to do on the channel, what I like, kind of what my goals are, and how I can translate that to the website and things I want to sell, you know, on Etsy and things like that. And I think this year I want to go with a lot more kits. And so I think I want to put together some DIY kits so that people can do some homesteading stuff themselves, have some instructions and all the material for little things. So one of those is going to be a microgreens kit. I'm putting that together. It should come out in about a month. We're going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing a mealworm kit and a quail kit, actually. And so a couple of those I want to add in addition to other things we have planned. Most stuff, because of timelines, is going to be coming in the end of February and March. Blue violet. It's a star-themed one. Cool. Great idea. You're going to fix some of the colors you don't like and make it more the way you like. Very cool. And Verna's dropping the link to the store. Thank you, Verna. Yeah, so far we got in there just a couple things. What we've added was, if you guys saw Spicy Mom's earrings, those are in there. I do want to mention, I also sell on Etsy, and then we'll be on eBay as well, some things. The price on Grafted Branch Homestead is always going to be much, much lower than Etsy or any of the other sites that I do sell on. I think I want to put kind of like a membership thing is my goal. For example, with this painting, I don't know how quickly it will sell or if it even will, or the future ones I do. But I want to put them on Etsy and my other sites I sell on for a much higher price. Like this painting, I think I'm going to put on there for like $50. Whereas on my site, it's going to be half that at least. And that's kind of like a membership type thing, I guess. I want to give people who watch me and stuff and may want something for a cheaper price can go to the website and get it there. Versus where I sell to other people around that don't really know me and stuff, can pay a little higher price. Cool. You look very cozy. But I'm going to hop off here, so I'll leave the last minute here to any questions anyone may have about our plan on garden or anything else we got going on here, moving. Any questions you may have or comments people may want to throw out there for me to read before I hop off. What you doing there? Come here, Mr. Producer. Up. No. You don't want to be on camera now?
Not watching. This is the battery.
Verna's, yeah, I think everything's about to die anyways. Verna's saying to have a blessed day. You have a blessed day too, Verna. I hope you have a good one. Thanks for being here and moderating. And you had a Bob Ross drink. I don't know what a Bob Ross drink is, but it sounds interesting. It sounds like maybe a happy little accident. Very cool. Good boy.
They can't see what you're doing.
No, I know. You have to use the little joy thing.
I don't know.
It's just a little stick. It'll move all around. It's on a gimbal now. I want to show this thing because it's really cool. Passion fruit soda with chamomile. That's what it is. A Bob Ross drink. Passion fruit soda with chamomile. That sounds really good. Here, I'm going to take this because I want to show everyone real quick before I hop off, just because I think it's cool. You're going to get in the shot.
I'm in my cozy.
Oh, I made it freak out. You're all cozy. So this is the gimbal that I got for Hanukkah there. Or Christmas, I guess. Turn it off. But this is what I've been using to to film and help me out. It's really cool. I can move it all around. It's been an excellent use. Boston America Corp. Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that. That's interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off here. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't yet, give me a thumbs up. It really helps. Thanks for listening to us yabber about our garden plans, and hopefully you got something from that. So other than that, I'll see you guys in videos or live streams elsewhere or next week. It's pretty good. It sounds really good. I want to try that, Desiree. I'll have to look for it. You guys have a good one. Be strong. Go out there. Do the things. No matter how big or small, do it with purpose. We'll see you guys later. Bye.